Commodity TV here from the new Rohstoffmesse commodity conference here in Munich, and we want to dive now into the silver sector. And with me here is Chad Willems, the CEO of Honey Badger Silver. Hello, Chad.
Hello, Tim. How are you?
I'm good, as always. Welcome to Munich.
Thank you.
What's your impression about the conference here? What's the first?
Well, the first impression is there are many, many good companies here. So it's a great conference for investors. And the timing is great. The junior market has done exceptionally well, let's say in the last couple of months. So there's lots of opportunities here. I think there's lots of opportunities for investors to make money as well. So it's a great event for that.
That's for sure. Silver is hot.
Yes.
Your main focus is on silver.
Yes.
And you are a development company out of Canada and are exploring or developing projects in the Yukon and in Nunavut. Maybe let's start with the Plata project in Yukon. What's going on there?
Sure. Okay. So at Plata, so first of all, we have 7 silver projects. They're all in Canada. And we did some work on 2 projects. Plata is one of them and Nanisivik is the other. So on Plata, we had teams of geologists on the ground, and they were taking samples. And what's very interesting for us is Plata is actually a relatively old project. It was mined about 50 years ago for very high grades of silver. We acquired it about 4 years ago looking for silver. In the meantime, Snowline Gold, which is our neighbor, they made a huge discovery and they have a 2 billion market cap. So 100 times our value. Mm-hmm. To be fair, they've made a big discovery. We have not. But my personal feeling is we were looking in the wrong area. We were looking for high grades of silver in a particular area. I think there's a lot more potential in another area. In fact, it's across the ridge. Let's call it Plata 2.0. And we have potential not just for silver, but for some gold as well. So those assay results will come out in the next week or 2. Okay, so that's very near-term news.
Okay. That means drilling has completed for this year?
No, it's just surface sampling to determine where we'll drill next year.
To find targets for drilling. Okay.
Yeah.
That means you will get these results in the next 1 or 2 weeks.
Yes.
And afterwards you can define targets. And then what are plans for drilling for next year?
Yeah, exactly. Next spring.
Next spring you will start.
More likely, yes. Okay. To be realistic. I mean, we could drill earlier than that, but just to be conservative, I think we'll drill next spring.
You already have some numbers, how much meters you want to drill?
No, we don't know that. It'll depend on the results of this surface sampling. Okay.
Then let's come to the second project you mentioned, Nanisivik in Nunavut. Yeah. What's going on there?
Okay, so a little bit of background. So Nanisivik was a mine for over 20 years, and it shut down about 15 years ago because the zinc price was very low. It was a zinc, lead, silver mine, okay? They shut down. They had 4 years of reserves. And if you think about it, if you're struggling to be profitable, you're not going to do a lot of exploration. So our thesis is that there's a lot of exploration upside there. There is 4 years of reserves or resources that are still remaining. Plus, there's a 100 million ton pyrite deposit that they never mined, which may be economic today. And that, by the way, that pyrite deposit may also contain some silver. Historic drilling intersected 30 to 60 grams of silver. So if you do the math, that's a lot of silver, okay? 100 million tons, maybe it's an ounce, 2 ounces per ton of silver. That's a lot of silver. And, you know, as a stock, we're trading at a very low valuation. We're about 20 cents per ounce of silver equivalent per share. And our peers are trading at 6 times that. Okay. So whatever we find is additive. And in my opinion, the stock is very, very cheap and offers a very good risk-reward ratio. So you're not taking a lot of risk by buying it right now. And if we make a big discovery at Nanisivik or at Plata, the stock will go up dramatically. Like we've seen, you know, Sitka, Rakla, lots of stocks in the Yukon have done very well after a discovery. Okay. That's what we're hoping for.
Okay. What would you say, where will Honey Badger Silver stand in about 12 months from now?
In terms of...
What's the goal? What is your aim?
The goal in terms of a share price?
No, in what you've reached, milestones, drill results.
Yeah, what I'd like to define. So we have 7 projects, as I said. So I would like to have a defined drill campaign at Plata and Nanisivic for next spring. And then we will focus on other projects that we have in our portfolio. Okay, we bought these projects when silver was much lower. We had a view and a thesis that silver was going to rise. In fact, we love silver and we think silver is going to continue rising. And so we will go down and work on different projects to have different drill campaigns on those projects as well. Okay, so there's going to be a lot. So the first step was to aggregate these projects. The second step is to build and add value on them. Does that make sense? Yeah.
That makes absolute sense.
Okay.
Thank you very much
Thanks,
for this
Tim.
insight in your company. And
Okay.
we keep all fingers crossed that we get good results and find good drill targets.
Perfect.
Okay.
Awesome. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was Commodity TV here with Chad Williams, the CEO of Honey Badger Silver. You heard it. 1 or 2 weeks from now, we get the first results. And then, to define drill targets. And then from next spring on, they will drill, and we hopefully get good results out of that. I would say check out this company, and bye-bye from Munich.